guys, welcome back to my channel. This video. I don't know how to open it. I guess welcome back to my channel. I know, but hey guys, welcome back. So sorry if my beautiful books aren't behind me. Running out of lighting, and it's supposed to start storming. So also sorry for my appearance, but appearance. But yeah, so this video is going to be my book haul for March. So I have a lot of books here, and part of the reason is because I went to North Texas Teen Book Festival. So I've got a couple of ARCs, I got some books I bought there, so here we go. Are you ready? Okay, so first I'm going to start off with all the ARCs that I got in North Texas Teen Book Festival, and then I'll go into the books I bought there, and then the books I bought in general. It's a lot because I have a problem, like a huge problem. Like whenever I feel the need, like whenever I get money, I feel proud of myself that I got that money, so then I go and spend my money on books, thinking that, oh, good for you, you got money, go and spend it all. So that's what I do, and this is what I did, and it's bad. It's bad. So the first ARC that I have to show you guys is Windfall by Jennifer E. Smith. I picked up a pamphlet of this book at the library, so when I saw it at North Texas Teen Book Festival, I already knew what it was about, and I was really excited. It's basically these two teens, and for his birthday, his friend, who has a huge crush on him since they were little, gets him a lottery ticket, and of course they win, and so it's just, I don't know, it just sounds interesting. So I'm glad I got a copy of it, so hopefully I'm gonna read this pretty soon too. I always say I'm gonna read this pretty soon, but let's be honest, I'm probably not gonna get to it anytime soon, but it's there, and I want to read it. So the next book that I got at an art giveaway was Saint Death by Marcus Sedgwick. This one is a mystery thriller novel. The next ARC I got at North Texas Teen Book Festival was Once and For All by Sarah Dessen. I heard this book is about wedding planning, and it sounds cute, and I love Sarah Dessen. Her books are awesome. I've only read one, but I want to read more. I have more, I just haven't read them. But yeah, I'm excited to read this one. So the next ARC that I got is Antisocial by Julian Blake, maybe? Now we're getting into the ARCs that I was so happy I got my hands on. Okay. I got Alex and Eliza by Melissa De La Cruz, and oh my gosh. Okay, so since I've been absent for a while on YouTube, you don't know this, but I am a huge Hamilton fan. I am I could literally start with Alexander Hamilton and get like maybe halfway through the first act with the words, but don't quote me on that. Like, don't try to tell me to, because I might have some bubbles. But anyways, I'm so excited I got this book. Like, I don't think anyone can express how excited I am to read this book. I'm like the first chapter in, and then I stopped because I started reading something else. I've been doing that a lot lately, but anyways, I love it, and I love it, and I love it. Okay, so the most excited book that I am so excited to read, that I have been anticipating any art giveaways they have had on Twitter, Instagram. I have done it because I want it so bad, and I have it, and that's Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh. I love Renee Ahdieh. I love Renee Ahdier's writing so much, and I know I'm like rambling and I'm being like such a fangirl right now, but oh my gosh. Literally, oh my gosh, The Wrath and the Dawn like hooked me from the beginning. I just remember falling in love with, like, she's one of the very few authors that I have just read their writing and was like, oh my gosh, I need to meet this author, you know what I mean? Sarah J. Maas, Laini Taylor, Renee Ahdieh. I want to meet her so bad. Same with Laini Taylor. Like, their writing is so good and so phenomenal, like, and I'm just so excited because the premise sounds awesome. It's like a girl who's, you know, chosen to be and has this plan to go and marry somebody, but her whole any boy in the family has been raised and trained to be an assassin. And of course, when her brother and like her family gets killed, she's like, oh, what up? Well, I gotta train to be an assassin. But like, you know, on the side, she's like kick ass, and she's learning even though she's not supposed to be. You get the idea, like, you get it. It's like I'm getting a lot of Throne of Glass vibes, kind of ish. I don't know, but I'm excited. This is like, oh, I'm so excited. I'm rambling. I need to shut up. Okay, so now on to the books that I bought at North Texas Teen Book Festival. Okay, So the first one I got was a book that kind of caught my eye, and I read the blurb and I read the first chapter or so, and like I was immediately hooked, and that is Nemesis by Brendan Reich. I think it's Reich, I don't know. But I had the opportunity to get this copy early at North Texas Teen Book Festival. It released March 21st, and I got it March 4th. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one. The next book that I got, and I got to meet the author, and you already saw it, was History Is All You Love Me by Adam Silvera. I'm halfway through More Happy Than Not. I'm like working my way on there. I'm gonna pick this one up next, but I got to meet him and he was so sweet, and he wrote Mother of Dragons and More Happy Than Not. And he said make history in this one, but he's such a sweet guy. The next book that I got is King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. I actually had the opportunity to meet her as well. I know this isn't kind of what I did in North Texas Teen Book Festival, but I got to meet her and have my book signed, so that was exciting. I enjoyed meeting her. The next two books are by the same author. I got Everything by Nicola Yoon, and The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. I have read this one. This one is about a girl who has a sickness where she goes out of her house. There's a possibility that she may get sick because everything could make her sick. And then some boy moves next across the street, and you know, they start talking, and yeah, I love this book. I don't remember how many stars I gave it. I think I gave it 4 out of 5 or maybe 3, because I liked it, but I didn't like it too much. It was like one of those things where you're like, I like this, but this certain thing is not gonna get me past it. Like the end was something I couldn't get past. I was like, why did you just give me that? Like, you need to give me more. This was a great story, give me more. But I didn't. This one follows a girl who's about to get deported back to Jamaica, and she meets a boy, and this is over the course of one day, and I've also heard really great things about it. Side note, I thought that this was signed because of the sticker right here. It's not, so that's a little sad. So that is all the books that I bought at North Texas Teen Book Festival. So now on to the books that I bought in the month of March. I will say this. I have a problem, as I mentioned previously, and I have a problem. I buy way too many books, and I don't even read as much of the books as that it's just, I'm sorry, I'm dying over here, like literally dying. But I have a problem, and you'll see why in a second. Okay, so the first book that I got was one I had been anticipating, and it did not disappoint me, and that was Unfiltered by Lily Collins. I'm gonna go on a little tangent about this book. I was gonna do a review of it, but I don't think doing a review is going to do it justice for the way it helped my life, and it could help other people's lives. It is so amazing the way she forms her words and takes a situation and tells about her situation where it can bring light to other people and make other people feel like, hey, you know, I may be famous and I may, you know, I am a celebrity, but I also have a story and I'm gonna tell it. And she did, and she told it so beautifully, and it was so amazing, and it makes you realize that, you know, even though they're famous and they've got so many Twitter followers or they've been in movies, doesn't mean that they don't have real problems and they don't have things that we go through our everyday lives. So it's definitely something I would pick up. The next book that I got, I saw a lot of hype about, and everybody's reading it, and the third book just came out, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pick up the first one, and they had it on hardcover, so I was like, okay, fine, we're gonna get it. And that is A Dark Shade of Magic by B.E. Schwab. I started reading it, I read a couple of pages, and I was like immediately like, okay, this is something I'm gonna love. So I picked it up. It was on the pricier side, I will admit. I don't know why. You can go and get a YA book that's this size, more pages for like $10 less, but then when it's an adult book, it's a little more expensive. Like, somebody explain to me why. Like, why? I mean, I'm not hating. I mean, I still bought it. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and just yap on about it, but like, come on. So the next book that I got in March is The Reader by Tracy Chee. And I have been wanting to pick this book up for so long. It's basically in a world where they can't read, where they don't have literature, and I just thought that this would be so cool. You're reading a book about people that can't read, or the people that don't have reading, while reading it. Like, I don't know, it just sounds really interesting to me. Like, you're holding a book about a story that has no books. I don't know, it just sounds interesting. Next book I got is Goodbye Days by Jeff Sittner. He was actually at North Texas Teen Book Festival, but I didn't know much about this book, so I didn't buy it there. But yeah, I actually heard a little bit about it, and basically what it follows is a boy, and he's sending a text message to his friends, and his friend happens to read it while he's driving, and they end up in a car accident, killing everybody in the car. And basically he blames himself, and other people blame him for the deaths of these people. And it sounds interesting and a great take on, you know, texting while driving because it's a huge problem nowadays, especially with technology growing so much. And I'm just like, I want to read it, and I want to know how this is represented in a novel. It's another one with great plot, and that is The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This book follows a girl named Star, and her friend is killed and by a cop for no reason. And I think that this book came out at a great time because police brutality is growing so much, and I am so excited to read this. Next book I got was like total impulse buy, and that is Dreams of Gods and Monsters by Laini Taylor. If you didn't know previously, I'm obsessed with Laini Taylor. I read Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and I love it. I'm on the third one right now. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take a breather before I finish this because I'm like, I want to finish it so quickly, but I'm also like, I don't want it to be over. Don't leave me. So I bought the hardcover edition because I have the UK editions and they peel. And I was like, okay, well, if they're gonna peel, I might as well get the hardcovers and have prettiness on my shelves, even though these covers aren't the prettiest. But they're pretty to me because I love the series. Next book I bought is The Valiant by Leslie Livingston. I know this is a new release and it just came out. Basically it's about a princess and her sister is killed while she was fighting. It's really good, and so yeah, there's a common trend here. A book sounds interesting from the blurb. I read a couple of pages, I start it, and I'm like ultimately in love with it. So then I buy it, and then it sits on my shelf for like 2 weeks before I finally get to it, or not even 2 weeks, like years. I'm just literally years. Okay, another hype-ish book that I want to talk about. So this next book, Cage of Deceit. I'm working my way through it. I'm almost done with it. I'm gonna have a review up for this one definitely because this book is so good. So basically it follows a girl named Melissa, is a princess, and she is next in line for the throne. So she of course has these abilities? No. She has these responsibilities where she has to talk like a princess, act like a princess, but at night, of course, she's not really a princess. She likes to take on this alter ego of catching these bad guys and helping the royal guard. Their neighboring cities are being invaded by this one powerful city, so they have to form alliances, and so she has to form alliances and marrying somebody to form these armies, so they can help team up against this greater threat that's coming on. It's got a lot of political intrigue. If you love political intrigue and you love like assassin badass girls, like definitely read a book like this. It's very unique. It's very, very unique. I definitely recommend picking it up. It's so good. Oh my god. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna do a review on this book, so look for that soon. Okay, this was an impulse buy. I found it, I read the blurb, and I was like, oh, this sounds great. I'm gonna pick this up. Beast is an animal. I don't know if it's such a pretty cover. Like, it is gorgeous. Like, this cover is gorgeous. And it's by Peter Nelly Van Arsdale. This one seems like it's fantasy, but I'm getting a couple of other vibes from it. She lives in a world where there are soul eaters, and people fear the soul eaters. They cowered against the soul eaters. Well, apparently Allie has a connection to the soul eaters and the beast. That's what they call it, the beast. And apparently she's like a witch or something, and you know, her secret is is crucial, or her secret is good for them, whereas, you know, I don't know, it just sounds interesting. It says it's also a deeply human story about a girl finding her way in the world that is ugly and beautiful, good and bad, and discovering the same within herself. If you haven't heard much about it, I definitely recommend looking into it. I got Stephen King's Bag of Bones. It's kind of gross. I got it at, what do you call it, Goodwill. And then I got The Help. I really want to read this book. I love the movie. I got Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Look at it. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. Okay. Impulse buy, because I already bought the UK edition book, and I'm going to be jumping into it pretty soon, like after I finish this one book and film a review, because like I said before, I love Laini Taylor. Like, I love her. Like, she's coming to some teen book festivals in Texas, but I don't have the money to go to a book festival again, so unfortunately I can't meet her. See, and that's another thing that bugs me so much, is like when authors go to like these big events. Like, I'm all for big events. Big events are fun. I went to North Texas Teen Book Festival. It was a great experience. I got to meet so many cool people, but at the same time, I want to meet my authors, but I want to meet them individually, because when you're, you know, rushing through lines to meet your authors, or meet all these authors that you want to meet, you feel so rushed and you feel like, oh my gosh, I love your book so much. Bye. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, I got so many books. I have a book club. Oh my god, let's see if I can hold them up. Okay, here we go. Whose idea? Wasn't mine. Oh god. Oh my gosh, guys, like literally you can't even see them all. They're there, I swear. Okay, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys like maybe 2 weeks, maybe 1 week. I'll try to do 1 week, but we all know that's not gonna work. Bye! It's okay. They survived!